Maria tightened her thin coat around herself as the winter wind cut through the quiet city streets. Her breath came out in small clouds, and her teeth chattered as she held her son, Leo, close to her. The boy was small and frail, and he clung to her hand, trying to stay warm. They had been walking for hours, searching for a safe place to sleep. Every night was a challenge, but tonight the cold felt harsher than ever. The streets were empty. Most people stayed inside their homes, wrapped in blankets, sipping hot drinks. But Maria had nowhere to go. The shelters were full, and the small amount of money she earned during the day was never enough for a room. She had learned to survive in the streets, but she also knew how dangerous it could be at night. She tightened her grip on Leo's hand and kept moving. As they walked, Maria noticed a soft glow coming from the far side of an empty parking lot. The glow was different from the usual street lights. It was bluish, almost calming, and it seemed to come from a small, sleek car parked alone. The vehicle was unlike anything Maria had seen before. Its surface was smooth and shiny, and it seemed to reflect the faint light of the moon. Maria stopped and stared. The car's doors were closed, but she could see a faint glow from the inside. It did not look like it had been abandoned. It looked almost inviting. Leo tugged at her sleeve. "Mom, can we go there?" he asked softly. His small voice sounded cold and frightened. Maria knelt to look at him. "Maybe we can see if it can help us, Leo. We need warmth tonight. Let's be careful, okay?" The boy nodded, his eyes wide with curiosity and hope. Maria took a deep breath and walked slowly toward the car. She examined it carefully. There were no signs of damage, no broken windows, and no marks that suggested it was dangerous. Somehow, the car felt different. It felt safe. As she reached the car, the door opened silently. Maria jumped back for a moment, but she realized it had not been forced. It was as if the car had waited for her. A soft light from inside made the interior look warm and welcoming. The seats were plush and comfortable. The dashboard glowed with soft blue buttons that seemed to hum quietly. Leo looked up at her with a hopeful smile. "Can we sit inside, Mom? Please?" Maria hesitated. Her instincts told her to be cautious. She had spent years surviving on the streets and knew that not everything that seemed safe truly was. But something about the car made her heart feel lighter. She could feel warmth radiating from it, as if it was calling them. "Okay, Leo," she said softly. "Let's see if it can help us. But we stay together and do not touch anything we do not understand." Carefully, Maria opened the door and helped Leo inside. The moment they stepped into the car, a gentle warmth surrounded them. It was not like the heat from a heater. It felt softer, almost alive, as if the car itself wanted to protect them. Leo's small body relaxed, and he let out a sigh of relief. Maria sat down, feeling the softness of the seat beneath her. She looked around. The car's interior was bright, but not harsh. Screens on the dashboard displayed simple symbols she did not recognize, but they were calm and not confusing. She could not explain why, but she felt that she could trust this place. Leo leaned against her and smiled. "Mom, it's warm here. I like it." Maria smiled back, her heart feeling a little lighter. She had spent so many nights shivering on the cold streets that this warmth felt like a miracle. She wrapped her arms around Leo and whispered, "I know, my love. I know." As they sat together, Maria began to notice more details about the car. The seats seemed to adjust to their bodies automatically. There was a soft hum, like a quiet voice, that seemed to welcome them. On the dashboard, small lights blinked slowly in a pattern that almost felt like breathing. Maria did not understand the technology, but she did not feel afraid. Instead, she felt safe, and for the first time in a long while, she allowed herself to breathe deeply without worry. Suddenly, a small compartment on the dashboard opened. Maria looked at it with surprise. Inside, there were 2 soft blankets, folded neatly. She lifted one and wrapped it around Leo. The boy's eyes sparkled with delight. "Mom, look. A blanket." Maria smiled, her eyes filling with tears. It's okay, Leo. We are safe here for now. She realized that they had not needed to ask for anything. The car seemed to know exactly what they needed. As they settled into the warmth, Maria's mind wandered. She thought about their life on the streets, the long days searching for food and shelter, the nights shivering in the cold. But here, in this strange car, everything felt different. For the first time, she felt hope. She could not explain why this happened or why the car was here, but she decided to trust it. Hours passed, and outside, the cold wind blew fiercely. Inside the car, Maria and Leo stayed warm and comfortable. They did not speak much, but the quiet was peaceful. The glow of the car's interior felt like a shield against the harsh world outside. Maria looked at her son and whispered, "Maybe this is our chance, Leo. Maybe something good is finally coming." Leo nodded and leaned against her shoulder. His small hands held hers tightly. Maria smiled, realizing that even though they were still homeless, they had found a moment of safety, warmth, and hope. The mysterious car had appeared in their lives at the exact moment they needed it. Maria did not know what would happen next, but she felt ready to face it. With Leo by her side and the warmth of the car around them, she felt that maybe, just maybe, things could get better. For the first time in many nights, Maria closed her eyes and allowed herself to rest. Outside, the city streets were dark and cold. Inside the car, there was light, warmth, and a sense of wonder that Maria had never felt before. And as she drifted into a calm sleep, she could not shake the feeling that this mysterious vehicle was more than just a car. It was a promise. A promise that life could change, that hope could appear in unexpected places, and that even in the coldest nights, warmth could find those who needed it most. Morning light filtered gently through the car's windows. Maria woke to the soft glow that filled the interior. She looked at Leo, who was still sleeping peacefully, wrapped in the blanket the car had provided. The warmth from the vehicle was comforting, and for the first time in many nights, Maria felt completely rested. She opened her eyes fully and looked around. The seats had adjusted themselves into a comfortable position, and the dashboard's soft blue lights were still blinking slowly. She touched one of the symbols, and the screen shifted. A small map appeared, showing their location in the city. It seemed to track them, but Maria did not know why. She leaned back and took a deep breath, feeling the safety of the car around her. Leo stirred and opened his eyes. "Mom, it's warm," he said softly. He stretched his small arms and smiled at her. "Yes, Leo. It is warm. We can stay safe here for a while," Maria replied. She held his hand and squeezed it gently. The car felt alive in a way that Maria could not explain. It seemed to respond to them, almost as if it understood their needs. Curious, Maria began to explore the interior more carefully. She noticed that there were several compartments along the sides of the car. She opened one and found a small box of food. It contained fresh fruits, sandwiches, and bottled water. Maria's eyes widened in surprise. She had been searching for food for days, and suddenly it was all here, inside this mysterious car. Leo noticed the food too. "Mom, look. We don't need to go hungry today." His excitement was pure and innocent, and Maria smiled, feeling her heart lift. "Yes, Leo. We have enough for now. We can eat and rest." She gave him a small sandwich, and he took it eagerly. They ate quietly, enjoying the food and the warmth. The car hummed softly, like it was happy to see them comfortable. After their meal, Maria looked at another compartment that she had not yet opened. This one was smaller and hidden under the dashboard. She hesitated but then opened it carefully. Inside, she found a notebook and a small pen. The notebook's cover was simple, but when Maria opened it, the pages were blank except for the first page, which had a short message written in neat letters. "Welcome. You are safe here. This place will help you discover what you need. Trust the journey." Maria's eyes widened. Who could have left this message? And why did it feel so personal, as if it were meant only for her and Leo? She showed the note to Leo. "Mom, it says we are safe," he said softly. He seemed to understand even without reading all the words. "Yes, Leo. We are safe, Maria repeated, feeling a wave of hope. She placed the notebook carefully on the seat beside her. Somehow, she knew it would guide them in ways she could not yet imagine. Curiosity grew inside Maria. She looked more closely at the car's dashboard. There were symbols that looked like buttons, but they glowed in soft colors. She touched one of the glowing circles, and a small screen appeared, showing a view outside the car. But this was not just a normal camera. It seemed to show places far away, streets and buildings they had never seen before. Maria gasped. Leo, I think this car can show us more than just here. Maybe it can take us somewhere safe. Leo looked at her with wide eyes. Somewhere safe. Like a home. Yes, Leo. Maybe like a home, Maria said softly, feeling a hope she had not felt in a long time. She ran her fingers over the screen, and it shifted to show a path outside the city. The streets looked quiet and peaceful, lined with trees and small houses. The car hummed again, almost as if it knew what Maria was thinking. A soft voice filled the interior, gentle and calm. You are ready to begin. Step inside fully, and you will see the first place that can help you. Maria froze. The car had spoken. She looked at Leo. Did you hear that, Leo? Yes, Mom. It said we are ready, he whispered. His small hand held hers tightly, giving her courage. Maria nodded. She did not know what to expect, but she felt that the car meant them no harm. Carefully, she adjusted the seats so they could both sit comfortably, and then she pressed another glowing symbol. The car's interior lights shifted, and the soft hum became a gentle vibration beneath their feet. Suddenly, the car's doors closed automatically, and the vehicle began to move. Maria looked around, startled. The streets outside seemed to blur. The buildings and streetlights passed by quickly, but the view on the dashboard showed calm, beautiful streets lined with trees. It was as if the car was moving faster than any normal car could go, yet inside it remained quiet, warm, and safe. Leo looked up at Maria, a mixture of wonder and excitement on his face. Mom, where are we going? I don't know, Leo, Maria admitted. But I think we are going somewhere good. Somewhere that can help us. As the car continued to move, Maria noticed that the dashboard now showed symbols of different places. Each symbol looked like a small home or building. When she touched one of them, the screen zoomed in on a small house with a garden and flowers. The front door looked inviting, and the streets were calm. Maria's heart lifted. Could this really be a place for them to stay? She looked at Leo and saw hope shining in his eyes. For the first time in months, he looked calm, happy, and safe. The car hummed again. The soft voice returned. This is your first place. You will learn how to live safely and find hope. Trust yourself, and take the first step. Maria nodded. She felt a strange sense of trust, even though she did not fully understand the car or its abilities. She held Leo close and whispered, We are going to be okay, Leo. We will find a home and a safe place to stay. The car slowed and stopped outside a small house that looked welcoming and bright. The garden was full of flowers, and the windows glowed with soft light. Maria looked at the car's dashboard and saw a symbol that indicated it would not leave. The car seemed to be giving them a chance to explore this new place without fear. She opened the door and stepped outside, holding Leo's hand. The air smelled fresh, warm, and safe. For the first time in many nights, Maria felt that they had left danger behind. Leo ran a few steps ahead, smiling and laughing. Mom, it's beautiful. Look at the flowers. Maria smiled and laughed softly. She realized that the car had not only given them warmth and food, but had guided them to a place where hope could grow. As they explored the garden and the house, Maria felt a mixture of wonder and relief. The journey was only beginning, but for the first time, she believed that their life could change for the better. Inside the car, the lights dimmed gently. It had done its job for now, providing safety, warmth, guidance, and hope. Maria knew they would return to it if needed, but for now, she wanted to explore the first secret the car had shared with them, a new place that could help them start fresh. Maria held Leo's hand tightly and whispered, We will be okay, Leo. This is the first step to something new. Leo smiled and nodded. Yes, Mom. Something good is coming. The mysterious car had guided them to their first secret, a place of hope, safety, and comfort. Maria felt a wave of gratitude and wonder. She could not explain it, but she trusted it, and for the first time in a long while, she felt ready for what would come next. Maria held Leo's hand tightly as they approached the small house the car had guided them to. The flowers in the garden were bright and colorful, and a soft breeze carried their sweet scent. Maria inhaled deeply. The air smelled fresh, clean, and welcoming, so different from the cold, polluted streets they had left behind. Leo ran ahead to the front door, his tiny hands reaching for the handle. Mom, come on. Let's see inside. Maria smiled and followed him carefully. She felt a mixture of excitement and caution. The house looked inviting, but she had learned over the years that appearances could be misleading. Yet something about this place felt different. It felt safe. The door opened easily, and a warm light filled the entrance. The interior was simple but cozy. The walls were painted soft cream, and the floor was clean and smooth. There was a small living area with a couch and a table. On the table, there were bowls of fresh fruit, bread, and water. Maria gasped softly. It was as if the house already knew they were coming. Leo ran toward the couch and sat down, picking up an apple. Mom, look. They left food for us. Maria nodded, smiling. Yes, Leo. We don't have to be hungry anymore. She set down her bag and took a deep breath. The sense of peace in the house was almost magical. She felt as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. Curious, Maria began to explore the rooms. There was a small kitchen that was fully equipped, with clean utensils, pots, and a stove. She could not understand how this house had appeared just for them, but she felt grateful. For the first time in many months, she could imagine a life that was comfortable and safe. Leo wandered into a room that seemed to be a study. There were shelves filled with books, all neatly arranged. A small desk held a notebook and a pen. Maria went over to him. Leo, look at all these books. Maybe we can read and learn new things, she said gently. Leo's eyes sparkled. Can we, Mom? Can we read together? Yes, we can, Maria replied. She felt a warmth in her heart. Even though life had been hard, she now had a chance to teach Leo and give him experiences she never imagined possible. As she explored further, Maria discovered another room. This one was small and simple but very bright. Sunlight streamed through the windows, and a soft rug covered the floor. It seemed perfect for Leo to play and rest. Maria knelt down and touched the rug, feeling its softness. This is perfect for you, Leo. You can play safely here. Leo smiled and ran back to her, his face glowing with happiness. Mom, it's like magic. Maria laughed softly. Yes, Leo. It feels like magic. She looked around the house and noticed that each room seemed to provide exactly what they needed. The study had books and writing materials, the kitchen had food, and the playroom had space for Leo to feel free. It was as if the house had been prepared just for them. While Maria was exploring, she noticed a small door at the end of the hallway. It was slightly hidden behind a curtain. She felt curious. Something told her to look inside. She opened the door carefully and found a staircase leading downward. Leo, come here, she called softly. I think there is something interesting downstairs. Leo ran to her side. His small hand held hers tightly as they went down the staircase together. At the bottom, they found a room unlike the rest of the house. It was filled with soft light, but there were no windows. Instead, the walls glowed gently, and in the center of the room was a large screen. Maria approached it cautiously. The screen flickered to life as they entered, showing images of other places, parks, rivers, and peaceful towns. A soft voice spoke from the speakers, calm and gentle. Welcome to the learning room. Here, you can explore, learn, and discover the world safely. Knowledge is the key to hope and happiness. Maria looked at Leo, amazed. Leo, this room, it can teach us things. We can see the world safely, and maybe even learn how to improve our lives. Leo's eyes widened. Really, Mom? Can we see other places? Yes, Leo. We can, Maria replied. She felt a surge of hope. The house had not only provided safety and warmth but had also opened a door to learning and discovery. She realized that they could grow here, not just survive. 4 hours, Maria and Leo explored the learning room together. They saw images of forests, oceans, and mountains. They learned about plants, animals, and simple science experiments. Leo's laughter filled the room as he tried to answer questions the screen asked. Maria joined him, enjoying the chance to teach and learn alongside her son. After a while, Maria noticed another compartment in the room. It was small and hidden behind one of the glowing walls. When she opened it, she found a small key and a note. The note read, "This key opens a place where your wishes can take shape. Use it when you are ready. Trust your heart." Maria's hands shook slightly. A new secret, another step in this journey. She looked at Leo and smiled. "Leo, we have a key. It is another chance to explore, to find something special." Leo's face lit up with excitement. "Mom, can we use it now?" Maria laughed softly. "Not yet, Leo. We need to understand this place first. But soon, we will use it together." They spent the rest of the day exploring the house, finding small surprises in each room. In the kitchen, there were new ingredients for cooking. In the living room, there were toys and games to play. Everything was arranged as if the house knew exactly what they needed to feel safe, happy, and hopeful. As evening approached, Maria and Leo sat together in the living room. They held hands, feeling warmth and safety surrounding them. Maria looked at the soft lights and the cozy furniture. She realized that this house was more than just a building. It was a place designed to help them heal, grow, and dream again. "Mom, do you think this house really wants to help us?" Leo asked softly. Maria smiled, brushing a strand of hair from his face. "Yes, Leo. I think it does. And we should take care of it as it takes care of us. Maybe it has more surprises for us in the days to come." Leo nodded and leaned against her. For the first time in many nights, he felt safe and happy. Maria felt the same way. She had survived so much, and now, for the first time, she could imagine a future filled with hope and opportunity. The mysterious house had revealed its first secrets: warmth, food, safety, and knowledge. It had also given them the key to another adventure, a new chance to explore something magical together. Maria knew that the journey was only beginning, but she felt ready. With Leo by her side and the house surrounding them with comfort and wonder, Maria whispered softly, "We are safe, Leo. And soon, we will discover even more." Leo smiled, his eyes shining with excitement and trust. "Yes, Mom. I can't wait." As they prepared to rest for the night, Maria felt a quiet joy inside her heart. The house had given them hope, and hope was a gift far greater than anything she had ever known. Tomorrow, they would continue exploring. Tomorrow, they would unlock the secrets of the key. For now, they were together, safe, and ready for the next adventure. The house had opened a door to a new life, and Maria knew that with patience, courage, and love, they could find everything they had ever hoped for. The next morning, Maria woke with a sense of excitement. She looked at Leo, who was already awake, sitting on the soft rug in the playroom. His eyes sparkled with curiosity, and he smiled at her. "Mom, can we explore the key room today?" he asked eagerly. Maria nodded. "Yes, Leo. Today we will see what the key can open. But we need to be careful and respectful. It is a special place." Leo jumped up and held her hand tightly. Together, they went to the learning room, where Maria had carefully kept the small key from the hidden compartment. The soft glow of the room greeted them, making the key feel even more mysterious. Maria took a deep breath. She inserted the key into a small hidden door she had noticed behind one of the shelves. The door opened slowly, revealing a narrow staircase that led downward. The air that came up was warm and smelled faintly of flowers and fresh earth. Leo looked up at her. "Mom, it smells nice. I wonder where it goes." Maria smiled. "Let's find out together, Leo. Hold my hand." They stepped carefully down the staircase. The walls were smooth and glowing softly, guiding their path. The light seemed to respond to their movements, brightening as they walked and dimming when they paused. Maria felt a strange sense of comfort. It was as if the house was guiding them safely. At the bottom of the stairs, they reached a wide door. Maria turned the key and opened it. A gentle light spilled out, and they stepped into a large, circular room. The ceiling was high, and the walls glowed softly with warm colors that shifted like a sunrise. The floor was smooth and cool under their feet. In the center of the room stood a small fountain, its water sparkling and clear. Around the fountain were several glowing platforms, each about the size of a small chair. The platforms pulsed gently, as if waiting for someone to step on them. Maria and Leo approached the fountain slowly. As they did, the soft voice from the house spoke again. "Welcome to the Room of Wishes. This place will help you discover your heart's desires. Be honest, be kind, and your wishes will guide you to new opportunities." Maria looked at Leo. "Leo, this is special. We can make wishes here, and they will show us a way to something better." Leo's eyes widened. "Really, Mom? We can make wishes?" "Yes, Leo. But remember, wishes are powerful. We must think carefully and wish for things that help us and others." Maria walked to one of the glowing platforms and stepped onto it. The light beneath her feet shimmered, and a soft warmth spread through her body. She closed her eyes and thought about her deepest wish. She wished for a safe home for Leo and herself, a place where they could grow, learn, and be happy. The fountain in the center of the room began to glow brighter, and the water sparkled as if responding to her wish. The platforms around her pulsed gently, and a soft wind swirled through the room. Maria opened her eyes and saw that a new image appeared on the far wall. It showed a beautiful small house with a garden, much like the house they were in, but larger and filled with space for learning and play. Leo watched in awe. "Mom, it's showing us a house. Is that where we will go?" Maria smiled and nodded. "It seems so, Leo. This room is helping us see the next step for us." Leo stepped onto another platform. The light beneath him pulsed warmly. He closed his eyes and thought of his wish. He wished for a place where he could play, learn, and make friends, and where his mother would always be safe and happy. The fountain glowed even brighter, and soft ripples of light spread across the room. A pathway appeared on the floor, leading toward another door. The soft voice spoke again. "Your wishes are honest and kind. Follow the path, and you will discover the place where your hearts will grow." Maria held Leo's hand and followed the glowing pathway. As they walked, the room seemed to stretch gently, guiding them forward. The light pulsed with each step, making them feel calm, safe, and encouraged. Maria realized that the Room of Wishes was not just showing them a vision, it was preparing them for the next part of their journey. They reached a small door at the end of the path. Maria inserted the key again, and the door opened into a bright, sunlit garden. The air smelled sweet, and soft grass stretched beneath their feet. Birds chirped in the trees, and flowers swayed gently in the breeze. It was a perfect place for children to play and learn, and for adults to find peace and inspiration. Leo ran ahead, laughing with delight. "Mom, look at this place. It's amazing." Maria followed him, smiling. She felt a joy she had not felt in years. They walked together through the garden, noticing small surprises everywhere. There were benches to rest on, a small pond with colorful fish, and tiny paths leading to hidden corners filled with flowers and plants. It was as if the garden had been created to give them space to explore, learn, and grow. Maria noticed a small wooden box near the pond. She opened it carefully and found several notes inside. Each note contained a kind message, reminders about courage, patience, and hope. One note read, "Every day is a new chance. Trust yourself and follow your heart. Maria smiled and tucked the note into her pocket. She showed it to Leo. See, Leo? This place is teaching us to be brave and kind. Every day can be better if we try. Leo nodded. I understand, Mom. I want to be brave and kind too. Maria felt a warmth in her heart. She realized that the Room of Wishes had not only shown them a future home but had also guided them to a place where they could learn important lessons. It was teaching them hope, courage, and the value of caring for each other. As the sun began to set, the light in the garden softened. Maria and Leo sat together on a bench, holding hands. The fountain sparkled in the fading light, and the gentle voice of the house spoke one last time for the day. Your wishes have guided you well. Rest tonight, and tomorrow, you will discover how your journey continues. The heart that hopes is never lost. Maria looked at Leo, who was smiling peacefully. Leo, this place, it is everything we have ever wanted. A safe home, a chance to learn, and space to be happy. Leo leaned against her shoulder. Yes, Mom. I feel happy here. I feel safe. Thank you for bringing me. Maria hugged him tightly. She realized that the Room of Wishes had done more than show them a vision. It had given them hope, courage, and a sense of belonging. For the first time in a long while, Maria felt that their life could truly change. They stayed in the garden until the stars appeared in the night sky. Maria held Leo close and whispered softly, We will follow the path the wishes have shown us, Leo. We will discover everything this place can give us. Leo nodded, his eyes full of trust. Yes, Mom. Together, we can do anything. As they returned to the house, Maria felt a quiet excitement in her heart. The Room of Wishes had revealed the first part of their journey, and she knew that there were more surprises ahead. With hope, courage, and love guiding them, Maria and Leo were ready to face whatever came next. The mysterious house and the magical key had opened a door to new possibilities, and Maria knew that each day would bring lessons, joy, and growth. The journey was far from over, but now, for the first time, she truly believed that their lives could change for the better. Morning sunlight streamed through the windows of the house, filling every room with a warm, golden glow. Maria stretched and looked around. The house felt even more alive today, as if it knew that she and Leo had taken another step in their journey. Leo was already awake, sitting by the window and watching birds hop across the garden. He turned to Maria with a bright smile. Mom, today feels special. Can we explore more? Maria nodded, feeling a mixture of excitement and calm. Yes, Leo. Today we will see more of what this house and the key can show us. But we will stay together and take everything slowly. The previous day in the Room of Wishes had left a lasting impression. Maria had felt hope, courage, and a sense of guidance. She realized that the magical house was not just giving them comfort, it was teaching them how to dream, plan, and take small steps toward a better life. They went to the learning room again, where the key had revealed the hidden staircase to the Room of Wishes. Maria held the small key in her hand, feeling its weight and warmth. She felt grateful for its guidance and curious about what new surprises it might reveal. As they descended the staircase, Maria held Leo's hand tightly. The glowing walls seemed to welcome them, lighting their way. At the bottom, the door opened, revealing a new area of the house that neither of them had seen before. This room was larger and brighter than the Room of Wishes. Its walls were lined with windows that let in sunlight, and the floor was covered with soft grass-like material. Small plants and flowers grew along the edges, and tiny paths led to different corners of the room. In the center stood a large tree, its branches spreading wide and its leaves glowing faintly. Maria gasped softly. Leo, look at this tree. It feels magical. Leo ran toward it, his eyes wide with excitement. Mom, can we touch it? Maria nodded. They placed their hands on the smooth trunk together. The tree pulsed gently under their touch, and the soft voice of the house spoke again. This is the tree of growth. It will help you understand your strengths and guide you toward new opportunities. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. Maria felt a warmth in her heart. The tree of growth seemed to respond to their feelings, reflecting their hopes and intentions. She realized that the house had not only been a safe place, but it had also become a teacher. Every room, every object, and every surprise was designed to guide them toward a better life. Leo looked at her eagerly. "Mom, what should we do?" Maria smiled. "We will place our wishes in the tree, just like we did in the room of wishes. Then, we will follow the paths it shows us." They sat together beneath the glowing branches. Maria closed her eyes and thought about her wish. She wished for a home where Leo could grow up safe and happy, a place where they could learn and explore, and a future where they could help others. The tree pulsed gently, and a soft shimmer of light spread through the room, illuminating the corners with gentle warmth. Leo thought about his wish. He wished for friends, for learning, and for moments of joy with his mother. The tree responded, glowing brighter, and a small path appeared leading to a corner of the room with colorful flowers and tiny benches. Maria followed the path with Leo. There, they discovered small treasures, books for learning, art supplies for creativity, and soft cushions for resting. Each item seemed designed for them, reflecting their needs and dreams. "This is amazing, Leo," Maria said softly. "Everything here is helping us grow and be happy." Leo laughed, picking up a small paintbrush. "Mom, we can make our own pictures. We can create anything we imagine." Maria smiled and took a brush herself. Together, they painted and drew, laughing and sharing ideas. The tree above seemed to glow with approval, as if it could see their joy and encouragement. Hours passed, and Maria realized that this place had not only given them safety but had taught them how to nurture hope and creativity. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for the house, the key, and the magical guidance that had led them here. As the sun began to set, Maria and Leo sat together beneath the tree. The glow of the branches filled the room with soft warmth. Maria held Leo close and whispered, "Leo, we have a home now. A place where we can be safe, learn, and grow. This is just the beginning of our new life." Leo smiled, resting his head on her shoulder. "Yes, Mom. I feel happy. I feel safe. Thank you for finding this place." Maria hugged him tightly. She realized that they had found more than a house. They had found hope, courage, and a way to rebuild their life. The house had given them guidance, the key had opened doors to new possibilities, and the tree of growth had shown them how to use their hearts and minds to shape their future. As night fell, the soft lights in the house glowed gently. Maria and Leo prepared for bed, feeling a calm joy. The journey that had begun on the cold streets had led them to warmth, safety, and a sense of wonder. They had faced uncertainty, hunger, and fear, but now they could rest with the knowledge that a better life was possible. Before closing her eyes, Maria looked at Leo and whispered, "Tomorrow, we will explore even more, Leo. There are more surprises and lessons waiting for us. And together, we can discover them all." Leo nodded sleepily. "Yes, Mom. Together." Maria smiled and held him close. She felt a quiet certainty in her heart. The house had been a gift, the key had been a guide, and their journey had shown them the power of hope and love. In the days that followed, Maria and Leo explored every corner of the house and garden. They learned new skills, discovered hidden rooms, and found joy in simple activities like reading, painting, and gardening. Each day brought new lessons and small miracles that strengthened their bond and deepened their sense of trust in the magical place that had appeared in their lives. Maria began to dream about the future. She imagined a life where Leo could grow up with friends, where they could help others who were in need, and where every day was filled with learning, creativity, and joy. The magical house had not only provided safety but had given them the tools to shape a better life. One evening, as the stars appeared in the sky, Maria and Leo sat beneath the tree of growth once more. The soft voice of the house spoke gently. "Your journey has begun. Continue to follow your hearts, care for each other, and use the lessons you have learned. Hope will guide you, and your love will light the way." Maria held Leo's hand and whispered, "Yes, we will. Together, we can do anything." Leo smiled and rested his head against her shoulder. "Yes, Mom. Together." Maria looked around at the glowing house, the sparkling garden, and the tree of growth. She realized that the cold nights and hard times they had endured were not the end. They had led them here, to a place of warmth, guidance, and endless possibilities. The magical house had given them a new beginning. It had provided safety, lessons, and a sense of wonder. Maria knew that life would still have challenges, but with hope, courage, and love, she and Leo could face anything. As they closed their eyes to sleep that night, Maria felt a deep sense of peace. For the first time in years, she truly believed that their lives had changed forever. The mysterious house, the key, and the room of wishes had shown them the power of hope, courage, and dreams. And now, Maria and Leo were ready to embrace their new life, filled with safety, love, learning, and endless possibilities.